Hi everybody, welcome back to Majestic Collectibles. So if you've been following me on YouTube or Facebook, you know back in June I picked up a Silver Age collection, had nice long runs of Spider-Man, X-Men, Avengers in it. Silver Surfer had a complete run there. This is the remainder, from what I've been told, the remainder of the collection. I'm hoping there still might be more, but I think it's probably true that this is the end of it. Now, I've had a lot of questions, and well, not questions, comments on my videos is like, you know, we want to see this stuff raw. And I kind of get that because it's something you don't see on a lot of YouTube videos. Everything's already pre-sorted, and I certainly do that. So this is going to be raw. So I'm not going to do the whole group today. You know, maybe one or two boxes at a time. It's going to take a while to go through. There's a lot of stuff here. And we're going to talk about a lot of different things as we go through it, because this is a collection just like the first group of the collection, well, first two groups really, that has some issues pertaining to storage and handling. And we'll go over that as we go through this. I think you guys are going to be really, really shocked. There's a lot of key books in here. So we're just going to pause this. I'm going to pick a couple boxes, and then we're going to go on with the first part of this last part of the Silver Age collection. Okay, I'm just going to start right in the center with this big magazine box. If you're a fan of Bronze Age magazines, you might recognize the covers, especially the one on the right through the box flaps. Now, this collection, as you're seeing it, is 95% how I found it. And there's a reason that it's not 100%, and we'll go over that through the videos as I come upon some different things. I'll point that out, but this is 95% how I found this, including this box in front. I don't know if you can tell, the flaps are crushed in. This was on the bottom. This box, well, it's just out of your view here. I'll raise the camera. So this box was sitting on top of this box, and on that box right here, there are, I think, 4 or 6 of the comic boxes. So these are squished pretty good. Anytime that happens, I kind of hold my breath. You're like, boy, there's, you know, it's going to be some rough stuff in there sitting on the floor. And you can see the box indeed is rough. Water stains. Again, water damage is a big part of this collection. We're just going to tie into it. I'm going to go kind of slow. And I'm guessing this is just going to be one video, this box, because there are some, again, I guess condition issues, and I don't want to make things worse. So I'm going to start with the big one right here. It's a Vampy #1. That's not a reprint. It was right on top. I don't know why. You'll see why in a little bit. You know, it's lower grade. I'm going to say, well, I have to look through it. So here's something, you know, I haven't been able to sit down and just go through these and check the paper quality. I have had coupons and pages missing, especially from the X-Men and Spider-Man books in the first batch early on. But you're probably looking at a good. Lots of wear. Frank Frazetta cover. Still though, great find. Haven't had one for a while. And this is where things, I don't know, kind of get interesting. So creepy number 38 on that. Again, maybe if it's all there, and I'm just going to go pretend that it's all complete with the centerfolds intact and nothing cut when I grade these, because I haven't been able to sit down yet. I would say VG at the best. I got a Successful Farming magazine. Let's see, I don't even know what, 1985. So what that was doing in there, I have no idea. I've had this run before, had it last year as a matter of fact, sold a few, not the most popular run. Great covers, Warren Magazine, 1984, number 7. Then the thing went to 1994 title right after that. I'm just trying to, oh, there they go. I don't know if you saw or heard that. The way these are stacked, I'm going to lift this flap up. So when I found one of these boxes, a lot of stuff had been shoved over on the side because they didn't fit very snug, and I'm trying to avoid that again. Creepy yearbook, Spirit magazine, that's a square bound on that. Hellrider. Now, other than the Vampy one, I'm not seeing anything super duper rare. These are always in demand here. These 60s and 70s monster comic mags. That's number 3 again. Might look a little better. I know I'm getting some glare there, but might look a little better in the camera. Probably a VG. Nice werewolf cover on that one. That one's actually a little better. That one might get fine. It's got a spine roll. Dracula's Daughter. I believe this is the first appearance of Lilith. Can't remember. It's got TV's Dark Shadows in there. So, you know, I'm a fan. Here again, these used to be super popular magazines, the old cartoons. They have come down quite a bit in price. And I can tell you right now, I don't know what's missing, but I can just tell by feeling it. There must be something missing in that one. So just a really, really low grade copy. Creepy 46, 1972. And you can tell this is probably one of the ones that was rolled over, you know, when it was slid in the side of the box, because the spine is really, really messed up on it. Creases and folds. A lot of smudging, which is a real common problem if these things got read at all, you know, right where you flip through the pages and stuff. So very common to have that ink smudge on these. And this is an original owner collection. So I can't really be too hard on the guy, because all this, he bought it back in the day. And well, I'm assuming it's a he. I've never met it. I bought it through a middleman that was selling things for this collector, this owner. And you know, nobody thought about keeping them super nice. Nobody had access to bags and boards like we do today on the internet. But you can tell, you know, they got squished. They got, here's a good example. In fact, I'll go back to this one. I even see all of this up here, this rubbing, and that's just from not being sleeved, from rubbing on whatever it was next to on that. And some great covers. Most of these, I gotta tell you, they're low-grade readers, which is not bad. They're actually very saleable in this condition. They just do not bring a ton of money, and that's just how that works. One of the neatest covers on the Creepy run. It's got all your, you know, basically you got your Dracula, you got Igor, you got Frankie, you got Vampy on there. So pretty good cover for a 50th cover. And whoever did this did read them, which is what they're there for. So, you know, a lot of these, especially the early ones, well read. Here you can see a lot of spine damage, spine roll, lots of wear. Feels complete. When you handle enough of these, you can kind of tell if there's pages missing. That used to be a really popular cover. I guess I honestly don't know if it still is. I haven't had a batch like this. So here again, from storage, it was, you know, squished and part of it was sticking out the side. This can be pressed out. You know, that's not the end of the world since it's a low-grade magazine. But then again, is it worth your time to press a $10, you know, maybe $10 magazine on that? I don't know. It'd be a good one to practice on if you're thinking of getting into the pressing business, which I am not into the pressing business. But that would be a good practice one, because you really couldn't hurt it a whole lot. And let's see, is that another Frazetta? I was thinking it was. I don't see his name on there, so I might be wrong about that. Let's see if it tells us on the inside. No, San Julian. That's a name you may not recognize, but actually did a lot of heavy metal covers. So very, very popular heavy metal artist back in the 70s. Web of Horror. This is not one that I see a lot. I do get them. Let me see if it's a number 1. I don't think so. Nope, number 3. Savage Sword of Conan. Very, very, very popular but not worth a lot. I actually turned down complete runs of those just because I don't have any. Oh, somebody's got a list. Type list. There, now that's when you know you got a collector, because yeah, you got the typed out list on the old, probably manual, maybe electric, I don't know, old typewriter though. Good indication that somebody was a fan. A little bit of rubbing up there again. They're getting a little cleaner. There's a Frazetta cover, and those always bring good money no matter, you know, what it's on. Record album, paperback book, movie poster, comics, magazines, it doesn't matter. There's another Frazetta cover right there. You can see his signature down there. Creepy, what, 29? Creepy, 31. This one's really rough. I think the cover's still attached though. Yep, it is. A lot of these old magazines have trouble with brittleness along the spine. Famous Monsters of Filmland, that's number 12 there. Famous Monsters of Filmland title is notorious for covers looking great and just splitting right down the spine perfectly. Let me see, King Kelly, which if you're a 70s, 80s kid, he had his own trading card set, you know, if you're a fan. And we still got a ways to go, so stick with me. I've just had a lot of requests that they want to see every single cover in there, even though they're going to take a while. So we'll see how the video does. I guess if nobody watches it past the 5-minute mark, I'll know that I probably won't do it again. But we'll see what happens. I do want you guys to see this stuff raw, because you do not get that much anywhere, YouTube or anything else, just to see stuff as it arrives, you know, as the collection is purchased on it. So that hopefully will give you some idea of how buying collections and things look like. And the one thing I can't really get across on the video, these don't really have any bad odor, so it doesn't have a cigarette or tobacco odor or musty odor, but it has that old book smell, just kind of that dusty paper. And so I'll apologize, because I can feel a sneeze coming on already just by moving these magazines around. And that's part of the fun of it. It doesn't really bother me or anything. If you guys get a chance, click like, hit subscribe, check out our other videos, and we're going to have more videos coming. So let me see now. By the time this airs, it's been about 5 days ago, I bought this collection, and I stopped at an antique mall in Spencer, Iowa, bought some stuff there, and then I saw a friend of mine, the one I got the fire truck collection from, and I bought some stuff there. So we will have, over the next probably 3 weeks, quite a few videos coming up. You can see these were definitely ones that fell over on the side here, just because of their being curled like that. Again, not a tragedy, because the covers actually really aren't creased from it. A lot of rubbing and wear, which was going to be there anyway, so I'll flatten those out. I'll probably just put them all together and put them under I don't know, put them on one of these boxes, make sure everything's flat so I don't crease a corner, and see how long it takes. Not in any hurry. So that's a great Dracula cover. These, so we moved into 1973, so they're more or less kind of sort of in order. Oh, I got my phone buzzing. I'm going to pause here a second, and we'll pick up right where I left off. Okay, sorry about that. I had a nice phone call, talk with my sister down in Branson, and a friend of mine from church came over, so we took care of that, and now we're back here looking at the magazines. And I'll apologize already if I repeat myself, because I have no idea where I was at now. This is like an hour and a half later pause in real life. That was a rough one. So I'm just going to keep pulling these out. Oh, let's see. Full color comics, is it? Yep, it's in there. Sometimes these sections, I don't know if people pulled them out or they just fell out, to be honest with you. They are missing though from time to time on those. My pile here, I've been putting these on the pile to my left out of the camera range, and it's getting close to falling over. I got to start a new pile here. I'm going to go back to the Eerie's. They're kind of sort of in order, but I'll put them all the way in order when I get them bagged and boarded. On that, they're kind of a jumble, and I got to look through them and make sure they're all complete. Covers are all attached, all that fun stuff. So they're not going to be quite as organized as they were coming out of the box, but not too far off. Ant-Man. No, it's not, but it sure looks like Ant-Man, doesn't it? Kind of a Scott Lang prototype. Probably not. Doggone it, I got the glare just wrong. I swore I had all my lights set up perfectly, but obviously I do not, so I apologize. There's Ant-Man again. No, it's not Ant-Man. I don't know who that is. I didn't bother to look it up. Is that... Nope, I thought that might have been a Frazetta cover. It isn't. Dax the Damned. Sorry about that, Dax. I don't know what you did, but you got yourself in a lot of trouble there, whatever it was. There we go. And these are still nice Bronze Age range. You know, early to mid 70s books right through here. 75 on this one. These are getting a little better condition overall. You can see there's not as much wrinkling. I got a little spine split there, but not as much damage to the cover. And that's pretty typical because they're just younger. And there we go. And I don't know if you noticed that. I didn't point it out. There's been on a few of them. So they still had arrival dates. That's what those are. Somebody grease penciled an arrival date on there. Here's a Frazetta cover, so no doubt about that one. Here's another yearbook. I actually don't have a lot of luck selling these, at least not compared to the regular issues on there. It is technically a reprint, so I think that's a big part of it. There's an annual, kind of the same deal. They don't, unless something happens like a first character appearance, most of these are just reprints, so you don't get a lot of collector interest. There's the 100th issue. Lovecraft, that's where I was trying to come up with. I think that was a Lovecraft story. I don't know if that was Cthulhu or not, but I'm trying to remember. They kind of did some retro. I think there was, there's Hellhound in there. So I think there was kind of like some story takes on Edgar Allan Poe and Lovecraft and stuff like that in this one. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong, but I'm pretty sure they did something like that. I'm going to pull these out now. I have a whole box of these that weigh about, I don't know, must weigh about 8 pounds. These are polyethylene sleeves. And in the old days, that's how this would come. You know, you see the prepackaged stuff in bags of 100. They would just roll these up and throw them in a box and mail you whatever, 500, 1,000, didn't matter. I'm really shocked these are in such good condition, mainly because these are terrible bags. They're a terrible product. They're not recyclable. If you get them, do not put them in the recycling bin. They do not recycle. They just contaminate the recycle bin. They're usually a sinus infection green or a pukey yellow brown color, made from some really nasty stuff. Of course, it's old plastic, so of course it is. There you can just see a little bit on the edges where it's kind of turning that brownish. A lot of acid, and then if you put product in there, especially paper products, it just sucks up the acid from that polyethylene bag. They're made with polypropylene now, or Mylar, but the cheap bags are polypropylene. FYI, those are not recyclable either. So I don't know what they're going to end up doing when they finally get this plastic thing straight. I assume they're going to get banned before too long. I guess we'll find out. Here's another Vampy. That's 3. I've got quite a run of them, but I don't think I have number 2. I don't know, that one's torn at the top. I do believe Vampy number 2 is missing. Let's go find out together, because this is the only, as far as I know, the only section of Vampy mags. I've got another box with magazines, and we'll go through that, I think, a different video. But this is the only Vampy stack in here, and I'm really hoping that maybe the number 2 is shoved in, some corner somewhere, so I have the complete run. Well, I shouldn't say complete, but for as long as this went, I think there's a couple, 3 years worth, or close to it here. It was quite a nice little group of Vampies. I don't run across these a lot. These are another title that I think used to be a little more popular than it is now. High grade ones, Vampies or any of these horror sci-fi mags, do really, really well. These are definitely mid to lower grade. Now I haven't seen, which astonishes me, I haven't seen any water damage. I just cursed it, I'm sure. Water damage on the magazines like I have the comics, and I hope that continues. We'll see what happens. But for these things being on the bottom of the pile for storage, you would think these would be susceptible to water damage. So I don't know if they were kept in a separate spot or just got lucky. Oh, it is connected. It's weak, but it's there. Or just got lucky on this particular box. And maybe the next magazine box won't be quite so nice. We'll find out here. And just some brilliant covers on these things. I don't know if anybody actually reads them anymore, to be honest with you. They've been reprinted enough. You probably don't need these. But I know a lot of people collect the cover art. And that is very, very understandable. Here's another, I guess we call it kind of classic cover. It's a famous one. Pretty rough, though. It's got that tear there on that. But a lot of classic covers, a lot of famous covers, a lot of really good artists did the covers on these. So I think they're always going to have a collectability to them because of that, just like the heavy metal magazines. And I think, well, we'll find out. I think that was the last of the Vampies. So now it goes back to the creepies on this, and this is a pretty good Halloween video. I just realized probably about 2 weeks in front of Halloween when I'm filming this, I should play that up a little bit. I'll see what I do with the title and the graphics on it. That's a really great idea. Thanks for giving it to me. I don't know which one of you guys watching gave that to me, but I really appreciate it. I need all the help I can get. My friends in Minnesota, Chad and Corey up there, they would 100% back that whole train of thought. And there'll be a story there. I got some videos coming up, so we'll talk about them some more, but not with this batch of stuff. So Chad, Corey, yep, I put you on notice there, didn't I? And there we go, just about to the end here on these. Oh yes, it's in here. I found it, number 2. So I think that's complete through, what was it, 24 or so, 26, I can't remember. Rough, just like the first one, but I found it. So there's the Vampy 2. Oh, I was hoping it was in there. I am so thrilled. And, okay, well, I got some comics here. I'm just going to pull them out. I didn't know those were in here. 273 Hulk, nothing great there. Superman 375, they're pretty rough. I would say VG on a good day. Take these out of the sack. Wow, that's a really nice Action 457. That's got to be an easy VF. Got an arrival date. Since it's not written on his forehead or something. They don't probably ding it as much as maybe I think they should, but that's still probably a VF book. Well, let's see what else is in here. That looks like an older one. Okay, so nothing great there. It's a reprint book. Reprinted some of the 60s FF. There's a real FF, 231. I thought I dug down to the bottom of this box, but maybe I just skipped through them. That's a rough book there. That is only going to be a good. Okay, so that's a remaindered Mad Special. Oh, let me see here. I'm trying to find a date on that. Boy, I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. 1972. Sometimes they came with stickers and posters, and they're worth a whole lot more when those are in there. I don't know if this one came with it. This is remaindered, so back in the day, newsstand, if you didn't sell it, you would tear this top strip off, return it to the distributor, and they give you credit, give you your money back for buying it. Well, it was illegal, but some people would, resell these at a cheaper price after getting their money back. I don't know if that's what happened with this one or they just gave it away, but that's a remaindered copy, so when you see that in comics and magazines. On books, they're supposed to take the whole cover off. Like paperbacks, they rip the whole front cover off, and that's not unusual to find those. There's another Mad 1973 remaindered. Unless they have a poster or something in there, they usually don't have a ton of value. Coverless one there. So again, not really anything to get excited over. Oh, got some more Vampies. There's 35. So I'm betting that run's going to be near complete. I don't know where it ends. There's 36. I didn't think the other batch went that high, so maybe there's some more in that other magazine box, but I'm really happy to find some more Vampies here. So that's really nifty. I like that. I think we got 2 or 3 left is all. All right, there's another one. That was what, 38. The previous one was 37, 36. Whoops. Oh, I knocked that trash Superman in there. No big deal. And that's number 40. So that's, I believe, the highest number I've got. March of 75 on that. So there you go. That's box 1. 1 is all of the rest of this Silver Bronze Age collection. I'm just going to count quick, so bear with me. I'm going to run out of fingers, so it might take me a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more boxes. So I don't know if it'll end up being 13 more videos or not. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I don't want these to go super long, and I don't know anybody that does. But keep an eye out, because we're going to be doing more of these boxes. I also picked up a couple other collections. One was really small. I went to an antique mall in Spencer. First time there. It was a really nice antique mall. That'll be just one video. And then I picked up a collection after this, the day after this comic one, and all sorts of oddball stuff in there. Mainly action figures and toys, but also some ceramics. Well, anyway, check that out. Thanks for watching.